I've been going around Macalester College, and I'm very interested in some of the what some would call activists, cutting-edge activist issues all around the place.
Macalester is a lot better probably than a lot of other colleges in how they approach things and how progressive they are, like truly.
We're in the art department at Macalester College, and we're very interested in encouraging students to articulate both their needs, their emotional and expressive desires, and their thoughts on current events.
I have lived in the twin cities of Minneapolis-St. Paul for decades, but I have never really visited the campus of Macalester College. The campus covers over 53 acres of urban space. But if you know Macalester by just driving past the campus on Snelling Avenue, like I have done over the years, this is all you will see. This is all you'll see from Summit Avenue, where the campus starts on the north end with these student housing buildings, to St. Clair on the south end. I was fascinated by the architectural beauty and historical variety of the buildings on Macalester College, either because I did not expect it, knowing the campus only from a roadside perspective, or because it was so breathtaking. I'm not a student of architecture, to use fancier words, but I'll show you some of what marveled me and my curious mind. Join me in visiting Kofi Annan's alma mater, Macalester College in St. Paul, Minnesota, USA. Of all the buildings on this campus, this is the building that is just candy to my eyes. This building is inspiring. It is enormous. I think you'll agree with me when I take you around the entire structure and let it tell its own story, much the same as the other buildings you have seen did. She must be the latest arrival on this campus. I'm proud of what modern design and technology has endowed her with.
Yeah, my name is Ruth Ann Godali. I teach here in the art department at Macalester College.
So my name is Augustine Yambi. I do a YouTube channel, and this channel is really interested in human issues, human development issues. And I've been going around the University of, I've been going around Macalester College, and I'm very interested in some of the what some would call activists, cutting-edge activist issues all around the place. I was looking at this mirror here, the issues about Native Americans. It's like a protest on where this building is. And can you just give me a quick summary of what Macalester is really all about? What is driving all of this?
So we're in the art department at Macalester College, and we're very interested in encouraging students to articulate both their needs, their emotional and expressive desires, and their thoughts on current events. They're part of an amazing time in history, and some artists are motivated to record their times, and all artists are products of their times. So we don't tell students what to make, but we encourage them to take what they learn in other classes, history, political science, media and cultural studies, and apply it to the content of what they're making. So you will see things like this beautiful mural made by students about the college being on Dakota land. We often have land acknowledgements when we start class, but you have to do more than that too. We try and promote the work of Indigenous artists. When we talk about art history, we have guest artists. Our gallery program is filled with artists from lots of activist traditions, and it's not the only kind of art, but if you feel the urge to do it, we encourage the students to follow their desires.
Wonderful. I want to say that it does not escape my attention that this is Kofi Annan's university, college, and I see. Can you talk a little bit about that, about Kofi Annan?
I met Kofi Annan, and his ideas about the United Nations as a force for good in the world. You can even challenge and disagree with different policies he made, but the idea that we fly the UN flag at Macalester and have since the start of the UN, it indicates that we are trying to be welcoming to all nations here, and that it's a place where people can discuss their differing viewpoints. So we have room for dialogues here, including using art as a way to discuss human issues.
I have seen this George Floyd advocacy all around campus, even in front of the president's house.
Absolutely.
Say something about that. I really want to see what's driving all this, because see, the justice issue surrounding George Floyd is still very cutting edge and a little bit controversial.
It's, it shouldn't be controversial to see that the police have perpetrated violence on particular communities. It's well known. There's a long-standing complaint, and a jury completely agreed that the ex-officer Chauvin murdered and committed manslaughter on the person of George Floyd. And so that our students are merely pointing this out when they go to protest, that they're talking about the systemic issues, not just the, one person. He's become a symbol. Mr. Floyd has become a symbol of this activist moment, but so as Attorney General Keith Ellison said, this is not justice yet. This is accountability. So what we need to have justice occur is the citizens take charge of their police, take charge of their laws, take charge and push for the changes needed to treat all people equitably. So you'll see the windows of our department, for example, is filled with artworks demanding justice, and not just for George Floyd. There's big pictures of Dante Wright up this week. There was artwork about Philando Castile when he was shot by police. We still have many, many people awaiting justice. These are just names we know. And so we don't know if the tide is going to turn. What we know is people need to be urged to take action.
What's your name?
Ayana Smith-Koyman.
Okay, Ayana, I just wanted to ask you, are you a student at Macalester?
I am.
Yeah, what year are you?
Just finished junior year, going into senior year.
Okay, what is it like being at Macalester?
I mean, I don't know, it's a broad question. I would say the student community on campus and quite a few of the faculty and staff, it's a tight-knit community with us being very small. I know there's a lot of people on this campus that I could go to and reach out to for help if I needed to, but at the same time it is a predominantly white institution, and so this year in particular with COVID and the racial unrest happening not only in the States but abroad as well, has kind of, strained relationships a bit. We're very much noticing that for Black students at least, we don't make up as much of the population here at Macalester, and thus far our issues have kind of been, sidelined or not necessarily given quite the gravity that they deserve, especially with the racial trauma that we've been experiencing. But I would say overall what it's like to be at Macalester is just to know that I'm getting a lot of good resources that are going to help me further in life, but in the moment right now it's been hard, and I'm just very glad that I got through to the end of the school year.
Okay, well, it's I see a lot of George Floyd and other people who have suffered from police brutality on campus. So it's interesting to hear what your take is as a Black student there. I hear you saying that they're not highlighting those issues, but I see it all over the place.
You see it because the students did it. The reason you see it is because all of the banners and things that you see around campus, those were students who took it upon themselves to say, we're going to create a visual, we're going to create a space for Black students on campus to talk about and work through these issues that we're facing because the school won't. And that's why you see the Black Lives Matter flag at the flagpole. That's because a group of Black students came together and said, this is what we're going to do with this space right now because this is what's needed. And the ones in front of the President's house, I'm sure, were also put up by students as well.
Well, but with the endorsement of the President, though, it's been there for a long time.
Maybe with the endorsement of the President, but not necessarily because she actually wanted it to happen. Maybe because students said this is what we're going to do, and then she was like, okay, fine, you can do that. But not because that was something she wanted to do necessarily. I don't want it to get twisted. I'm sure she probably supports it, but at the same time, I want to make sure that people know, like, it was students who did it.
Okay.
Like, it was students who made that decision. It was students who said, this is what we're going to do. These are the channels we're going to go through. It was students who, like, made the wording for the proposal just perfect and just right so that nobody could get mad about it, even though it's supposed to, like it shouldn't be controversy. Like, this is for, like, not going to have students, but, like, other students can use it. And people wanted to twist that around. So I didn't, like, I'm sure that she supports it and it's fine, and that's, like, her flags are fine, but, like, it was student run and it was student done. I don't want people taking credit for things that weren't them.
Okay, that's fair. Are you happy you're here?
You know, I think compared to other schools, I have left out because Macalester is a lot better probably than a lot of other colleges in how they approach things and how progressive they are, like, truly. But it's still a liberal campus. So, like, I'm happy I'm here, and I've met a lot of really great and amazing people, and I'm grateful for that. But there's a lot of things that could be better.
Macalester College is about a lot of great buildings. It is also about ideas and the power of one person to change the world, all coming together in a fierce competition of excellence on campus. It takes all of these to place it among one of the best colleges in the United States of America.